The Magic Show is brought to you by StarCityGames.com, and check this out. For each Morningtide booster box or complete set that you pre-order from StarCityGames.com, you'll get one free entry into a drawing for an unlimited Black Lotus. That's right, folks. One lucky customer is going to win an unlimited Black Lotus, and the more Morningtide you pre-order from Star City, the greater your chances of winning. So what are you waiting for? Visit StarCityGames.com and pre-order Morningtide today.
Hello, this is Patrick Chapin, and welcome to The Magic Show.
And you got to find your balance. You got to realize. You got to try to find what's right before your eyes. Oh, and if you find you're falling, and know your grace is gone.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Magic Show. This week, we're going to close out the year of 2007 with a little bit of pro player drama, discuss the importance of Pro Tour Sunday dress codes, and talk a little bit on the latest information on Morningtide. Some news that you may have missed, yet is very impacting to pro players around the world, was recently buried in the tail end of the World Championships coverage. It detailed the new policy changes regarding Level 3 Pro Player Club members. Now, if you don't know what the hell a Pro Player Club is, let me give you the hard and fast info. The Pro Players Club is the incentive program for playing Magic professionally. When you do well at a Grand Prix or Pro Tour, you get Pro Points. These Pro Points add up over the year, also known as a season, and if you get X points in a season, you can get up to a certain Pro Players Club level from 1 to 6. The higher the level, the better the perks. Previously, if you had attained 25 Pro Points in a year, you were given Level 3 status. Now, this is the status where you quote-unquote got on the gravy train. This level meant you got a $500 appearance fee just for showing up and competing in any Pro Tour. You got 3 buys at any Grand Prix, and you were invited to every Pro Tour and National Championship. So what changed? That $500 appearance fee is gone. History. Finished. In the dark of the night at the end of the World Championships, they quietly released a quick interview at the end of Brian David Marshall's article where Scott Larrabee notifies the Magic populace that, by the way, those banking on the $500 appearance fees are officially out of luck. This gravy train you seek is further up the tracks, as it were, where Level 4 is right now. Level 4 requires 30 points in a single season, and that provides a $1,000 appearance fee for each Pro Tour and a single plane ticket to a Pro Tour of your choice for that season. Why did this happen? Well, Wizard says that plane tickets aren't getting any cheaper for those at the higher levels who are getting free airfare, and that's certainly true. And I'm sure paying all those Level 3's appearance fees certainly wasn't easy to justify when for just 5 more Pro Points, those same players could double their appearance fee money and get a plane ticket. I would also not count out the fact that with the current rate of 5 new Hall of Famers per year, Wizards was essentially cutting $2,500 out of their potential Pro Tour budget for each induction. Of course, these Hall of Famers may not attend every tour, but it's something to think about. But Zachiel looks at the other side, where those Level 3 players budget the Pro Tours they can attend by those same appearance fees. For example, if I wanted to go to Kuala Lumpur, it would take a plane ticket of $1,300. With a total of $800 after the appearance fee, it doesn't seem that bad. This change, of course, gets rid of the reasoning. However, another change to the policy was this. Level 3 players don't get their invites until the Thursday before a Pro Tour. What does that mean? It means that those players can now compete in PTQs, whose prize, as you know, is round-trip airfare from your home city to the Pro Tour. Previously, if you were qualified for the Pro Tour, you were ineligible to compete in PTQs. Now Wizards is giving you a chance to earn that plane ticket because that $500 appearance fee just ain't available. Many players who frequent PTQs may become a bit dismayed when their local pros show up to get the plane ticket they've been long striving for. But what about the caveat attached? Quote, Level 3 players will now be able to play in Pro Tour qualifiers provided that their only invitation comes from their Level 3 status. This means that if you top 16 or better at a Grand Prix, meaning you got an invite to the next Pro Tour thanks to that finish, you can no longer play in PTQs that feed into that Pro Tour. Oh, and lastly, Level 3 can now be attained by garnering 25 points over 2 seasons instead of just 1. So while there is no longer a gravy train to hop onto at that point, perhaps there's at least a Pro Tour qualifying train that is a little bit easier to reach. So what's the verdict here? Does this suck or not? Obviously it sucks from those who were level 3 and banked on the money. Obviously it sucks for those who don't like big name pros who've returned to the PTQ circuit in hopes of a plane ticket. But all's fair in love and magic, and I for one understand it from a business decision and empathize with those who are suffering under the cruel tyranny of not being paid hundreds of dollars just to show up. What do you think? Patrick Chapin, I think, kindly reminded everybody that dressing up for a Pro Tour Sunday is quite the kick-ass and gentlemanly thing to do. I truly believe it gave Patrick a greater presence, and simply dressing up for the potential to take home 40 grand is a pretty good idea. I say suits or button-up shirts with a tie at least should be the de facto highly suggested dress code for Pro Tour top 8s from now on. While it's cute to win a small mortgage while wearing a t-shirt, it would be better for Magic's image to the world to have that same champion really look like 40K as well as winning it. This week we're going to delve into the cards we know, correct some information from a few weeks ago, and see what we can deduce from these new discoveries. Leading off, we get to see a card that is almost certainly destined for the cube, Chameleon Colossus. This guy is a shape-shifting house, as you may have noticed, and something else you may want to take note of is that it has protection from Shriekmaw. Yep, that little 3 dude is taking over inch by inch and slowly making his way into older formats. This guy says no thanks, can't even be blocked by that Necrotal wannabe, and with a little mana and some pump spells gets stupid huge, stupid quick. Another preview card that needs more love is Torian Mauler. Is this guy nuts good, or is it just me? If your opponent doesn't incinerate him on sight, he's going to get out of control pretty fast. In a red-green mirror match, for example, this is a creature that can really show you who's the beatdown. Primal Beyond is a card that gets players excited for different reasons. Firstly, it's a City of Brass for elementals that deals no damage. Cool there. Secondly, it can still tap for colorless mana, another huge plus. Thirdly, it causes all of the extended players to run through Gatherer in hopes of finding a forgotten elemental to take advantage of. For example, did you know that Blistering Firecat was eroded to be an elemental cat? Moving on to Merfolk, Stony Brook Schoolmaster will be another blue-white archetype bomb, as Judge of Currents or Drowner of Secrets knocks this guy into the stratosphere. Preeminent Captain is next and is very, very intriguing. Here's what I consider a very exciting series of plays possible with this guy. Turn 1 Gold Medal Stalwart. Turn 2 Wizened Sin, attack for 3. Turn 3 Preeminent Captain, attack for 5. Turn 4 Land, attack, put Mirror into the into play attacking, pump all of your creatures to 4/4s, and now your opponent is quite dead. That seems pretty strong, and I can only imagine as more Morningtide soldiers are revealed, this guy can only get stronger. Soldiers and birds were a real joke in Onslaught Block, and with only one of them coming back, I can imagine Wizards is ready for soldiers to not suck quite as much. But that's not all the captain showed us. Take a look at this image, the one from which the Preeminent Captain image was taken. These snippets of cards have been scoured over by Magic nerds worldwide, and while some of these card texts can be debated, what isn't in debate is the fact that there is a soldier equipment listed there. Yes, tribal equipment is coming, so get your Tarmogoyf ready. Lastly, Stomping Slabs was revealed to us for some reason or other. Does anyone actually get excited about this card? You know what this card reminds me of? Ripple. You know what I think of Ripple? Hell, you don't even want to know what I think of that stupid mechanic. This card is not only goofy, you can't even draft a strategy around it because it's uncommon and you only get 1 pack of Morningtide with your upcoming drafts. But hey, I'm sure at the pre-release when it's triple Morningtide draft, somebody is going to kick some ass by drafting the Stomping Slabs deck, and to that I say, good frickin' luck. Oh, and a few weeks ago I detailed the prowl mechanic incorrectly. The mechanic now says, using the example from the previous show, that if a goblin or rogue deals combat damage to a player, you may play that creature for its prowl cost. Check out this newly spoiled card coming to a Morningtide pack near you. Pretty cool, huh? Next week, we'll take a look back at 2007. What were my top 10 articles of the year? What about some classic show moments? Yes, I know I did a highlight show back in early September, but the past 3 months have been incredibly good to the show, including the Invitational and my trip to Worlds. And of course, if I can find some info on the latest Morningtide spoilers, you'll hear about it here first. Or second, or whatever. So until next time, Magic players, this is Evan Irwin, tapping the cards so you don't have to.